Okay. I still feel like I look pale though.
Okay. Well, do you want to? So the owner of a dog calls the vet hospital and says, "Hey, I took a picture of my dog and his eyes are red. I want to bring him in. I think something's wrong with his eyes. He just had red eyes from the photo."
That happens to people too. How do they not know?
Well, so many people bring their dogs, their male dogs in because of growths and lumps, and it's their nipples, and they're like, "These are his nipples," and like, "Yeah, but he's like a male dog." Like, you do not
Wow.
understand how many. Okay, questions. Questions.
Questions. What is something you don't realize is weird until you really think about it? I feel like everything is weird if you think about it for more than like 33 seconds, not even 30 seconds. If you think about maybe 5 seconds. Pick anything
I mean,
in 5 seconds, it gets really weird.
My life coach was working on my website, and she kept writing the word free because we were trying to find like different fonts. And then all of a sudden, free was looking real weird.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
free, I was like, it's looking like tree. And then I was like, that don't look like free. That doesn't look like that's how you spell it. I was like,
you're like, there's no way there's 2 E's in that word.
Like,
yeah, you start doubting everything.
Yeah,
I like when that happens. I think it's, what the best one I've ever had was? I think I was taking the SATs. It was definitely a long time ago, but I was writing some essay or something, and I was going to write down on all fours. Like he got down on all fours, and then I was just like, down on all fours. Like it's already getting like, what? That can't be what it is. I was like, all fours? all fours? 1, 2, 3, 4. But why all fours plural? He got down on all, like there's no way that's what it's called. And I was like, no, that can't be right. Lucky Charms is another one too. If you keep thinking about Lucky Charms, the cereal, Lucky Charms. Third time's a charm. Lucky Charms. Charms? It's not as good as down on all fours, so that's the winner.
No, right. Yeah.
What is a trait or preference you have that people don't expect you to have?
A trait?
A trait. It says trait or preference. That's a little weird. We'll say, what's a trait you have that people don't expect you to have? What is something about you that people don't expect?
People don't expect. It depends because I'm very blunt. Like I can be very blunt. And I think people that don't know me don't expect that. Like I could be kind of hard, but I have like a soft, like I'm a softy inside. But I do come
from green side to you.
Yes, me from green side. Yeah, I could be like aggressive or like I would say aggressive, assertive, in like my personality and just how I present myself. So, but I have my seafoam green side.
Is there a song, movie, food, etc., that strongly reminds you of someone whenever you experience it? Who does it remind you of?
I'm a big music person, so I think a lot of songs remind me of different people, just depending on the song.
Oh, I have one that reminds me of you. An answer: Frozen.
Frozen.
You and Mel, basically. And my other answer is The Wedding Singer, which I love. And it reminds me of my friend Elena, who is the best. And that's right now.
What the fuck is that? Oh, I shouldn't curse, right?
I don't know what to do about that yet.
I'm gonna try not to, just so we don't alienate people.
Try, I guess. I don't know if I do not curse.
Creep reminds me of you.
Oh, because of that other version that's so good.
Yeah. Every time I hear it,
Haley Reinhardt. Everyone I'm going to put this in. Everyone download the version of Creep that's sung by Haley Reinhardt. It's so good. If you like singing, oh my God, it's like my favorite to sing to in the car.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun. So now if you hear any version of Creep, because you don't really hear the version that I love.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That song is so good though. In what ways do you benefit the world? I don't think I do. If you could choose how you would die, how do you want to die?
In my sleep.
Why?
Just so peaceful.
About your future wife? That's not nice. So my thing, you probably heard me say this before, but all I want in life is to die in a way that's so ridiculous that my friends and family have a hard time telling people what happened without laughing. It's like my dream. I want to like my last gift to bestow upon them is that horrible, amazing but horrible feeling where you're like, oh my god, I can't laugh right now.
But like what? Like give me an example of like what you pictured in your head, like something so funny.
I don't know. It has to be really ridiculous because obviously, thankfully, I have people in my life that would be very upset if I died. So it would have to be so ridiculous that it counters that. Like,
give me like one example. I'm so curious.
Like if I'm like walking down, like think of like a hot air balloon accident, but like I'm not even in the balloon. Like someone
like
else
it just comes down and then
like someone else is riding in a hot air balloon and it malfunctions and they lose control over it. And then it comes by and like goes next to me. I get caught on it. It just picks me up, takes me away, and then I eventually fall down. Like imagine telling someone that's how someone died. You're like, well, a hot air balloon accident, and then like, oh my god, like what happened, or why was she in a hot air balloon? And they were like, well, she was just existing somewhere else, and it got snatched.
Okay,
got snatched and then dropped. Or dropped like maybe snatched by a hot air balloon and then dropped into like if it flies like over a zoo, and then dropped.
Oh, I was gonna say with the crocodiles, and then they ate you.
And like 5 minutes earlier, I was just walking down the street. It has to be something crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm still gonna go to sleep, but I love that for you, and I hope a hot air balloon accident is in your very far off future.
Yeah, something crazy, something just ridiculous is what I'd want.
What about if a lion escapes the zoo and just happens to find you and you're the only human?
Yeah. Something along those lines. But they'd have to kill the lion, though, and I feel bad, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What if I, like, pulled over on the side of the road to pee, like, in the woods or something?
Sure.
And then a truck that was carrying, like, lions. I feel like we're back. Why were we talking about lions last time?
Yes, it's the theme.
A truck that's like moving lions from one zoo to another zoo happens to like crash, and all the lions are okay, but they break out of the truck, and they're freaking out, and they find me like peeing in the woods right there, and I can't run away because my pants are like around my ankles.
Well, you try, and then you
fall. I fail. Yeah,
in the mud.
Yeah, and that's how I died. And then when people are like, what happened? My friends and family have to relay that story. What is your least popular or most controversial opinion? An opinion you have that people are like, what?
Well, I mean, with what else I do, like a lot of people don't believe in mediums, that people can't connect to the afterlife. So
oh yeah, okay.
That would be mine. And I'm like, I can prove it, but you'd still probably be a skeptic, so there's no point.
Yeah.
And I don't do it for that. I do it for healing of my sitter.
Your babysitter?
Yes.
What is something you've done that you recommend everyone do before they die?
Go into Arches. Go into Arches National Park, I would say. That's one of my, in Utah. It's one of my favorite national parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so, even if you're not spiritual, because it's definitely a very, very spiritual place, at least for me, like I can feel a lot of energy there. Yeah. But just in general, it's beautiful, and it's just so different. Like all the arches are so different, and I would say go there. Go to Arches.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I would say take an improv class. Whether you're an actor or not, it really is like so like it's so healthy. You could feel that it's healthy for you because it's like scary. You have to like come out of your comfort zone so much. And it's also very silly. So it's like it's scary in that you're doing stuff you don't normally do in life. Like there'll be a group of like a class of 20 people, 20 to 30 people, and they'll say, I need 4 people up here right now. and then you just go up. You don't know what they're going to ask you to do. So that's like so against everything that normally happens in life that it's like, it's really good for you. And it's also really like, it's pure silliness, you know, that intro like that.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. It's just a really good time. So I feel like it's really healthy for you. And it's just so much fun.
Hell yeah.
I recommend it fully, like seriously recommend it to everyone on the planet. What's the biggest punishment you've ever received? And it says like getting grounded, disciplinary file, prison.
Definitely that prison stint for sure.
Oh yeah, the 20 years that you got for that thing that we won't.
I got out early though.
No, you didn't.
Don't put that in here either. I got out early.
You got out late because of bad behavior. I almost got expelled from high school, and then I fought it, and I got suspended instead.
What'd you do?
But it's a long story. It's like, it's funny though. It's not like I didn't really do anything. It was like wrong place at the wrong time. Plus like all these like little things all added up and just came together in a way that was like ridiculous. What question do you most hate being asked? I don't know if I have. It's funny because when I read that, the first thing I thought of was "Where's Romeo?" because I get "Where's Romeo?" all the time. But I get it so often that it like doesn't bother me. So I don't hate it. It's just like a part of life.
When I'm rolling my ultrasound equipment, I don't know why it bothers me so much, but I'm rolling it into the hospital. And if the client's outside and they look at me, they're like, "Oh, are you the ultrasound lady?" My blood boils. And I have no idea why it upsets me so much. I'm like,
are they waiting a long time for you to get there? Maybe?
No, I don't know. They're either like, we pulled up the same time, probably not, but we probably pulled up the same time, or they're just out there, or they went out and they're like, "Oh, are you the oldest?" I just want to say no. I don't know. Maybe I don't like small talk. I don't know. But it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
And sometimes they think because I have like a big cushion on that I'm carrying a dead body. So sometimes they will like run from me because they're like, "Oh God, is there a dead body in there?" And like,
is it long? Like the thing you're pushing is long like a body?
Yeah, it's like a huge thing. So sometimes I just say yeah because
give them some excitement.
Guys, make sure you stay hydrated. Hydration is key just for life. You should drink more water.
Where did that come from?
My lips are chapped.
Okay.
I didn't drink enough water today.
I drink water a lot now. Did you know that? I never drank water before.
That's surprising because you used to drink soda like a
yes. Like I don't drink soda anymore, and I drink water. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's growing up. What is the coolest project you've ever worked on?
This.
Yeah, good answer.
Yeah, okay.
Wow, look at you.
Oh, we're so cool.
We are cool. What's a brief summary of your outlook on life? I feel like mine is this.
I love that for you. Yeah.
I couldn't put it into words, but that.
I mean, I'm a very like positive person, so I always try to look at the positive side. And also, you know, I do believe that life happens for us, not to us. So I try to keep that in the back of my head, like even though I'm going through maybe like a turbulent time or a tough time, that obviously I'm going to come out of it and it's going to help me grow in ways that I need to grow. So I really just
What's something that's difficult for you but easy for most other people? Life.
Because of my ADHD, I have trouble, and I've heard this from other people too, like we have trouble like following directions, or like, we'll start to build something, we'll get bored, and then we don't want to finish it. I cannot read directions for the life of me. I don't know what it is. It's like I get it, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna read directions. It's like step 1, and I'm like, oh, I'm overwhelmed. I'm literally, that's how it happens. I'm overwhelmed. I have to put it down, and then I don't do anything with it. If it's something I have to build, forget about it. If it's something I have to put together, I'm like, I need someone else, because just reading step 1, and if there's more underneath it,
you're like, no.
So like, yeah, other people are great, like so great at reading all the directions. I can't even begin to do it.
You know what I suck at that other people have no issue with? Going to the
Huh.
post office, apparently. I don't know why I just can't go to the post. I mean, obviously I can, but like there's something
Like, is
about
that the only place?
that specific kind of like it's just one of those things where it's like I'll put it off more than anything
You're like
I've
this?
ever put off before.
Ugh.
I just don't. I suck at it. I suck at going to the post office. Terrible. What is a completely rational, justified fear that you have?
My brain goes to two things. One, fear of failing. Two, fear of, how do I put this? It's like fear of completely losing myself in this like societal, I guess in society and where everybody, I don't want to be this person that just does a 9 to 5 job and comes home and like I have this routine. Like I really want to live my life. And, you know, obviously I have to work and I love my job, but I also just don't want like, oh, you only have 7 days for vacation and then you have to work your ass off for me. I'm like, I don't want to live that way and I'm
Yeah.
not going to live that way. So
It
I want
almost
to,
gets claustrophobic.
yes, like trap.
I would say lightning because I'm afraid of lightning. And whenever I tell people that, they're always like, really? I wouldn't have guessed that. And I'm like, you know what lightning is, right?
Like it can kill you.
Like, are you not afraid of lightning? Like, what's something you hate that most people love? I would say mine is like pop culture stuff, like celebrity gossip, um, like fashion stuff. Celebrities, like what celebrities are wearing, shit like
Yeah. I don't want to say I hate it, but I'm not a big fan of musicals. Like,
that.
I don't,
Yeah, no, I know.
you know,
But a lot of people aren't, though. I don't know if that would count as something that you hate that most people love.
because some people love musicals, and like I like some, like I love Hamilton, but I don't know if that's more like hip hoppy, you know,
Yeah.
like so. I don't know because every like I talk to a lot of girls and I'm like, oh, I just watched this musical. Like I don't want to watch it with.
Yeah. Some are good, though. I
Some
think
are
you,
good,
so,
yeah.
yeah, so I think that's a pretty normal take, actually. Like occasionally
Well,
some are good, but
I
overall you don't like them. Well, I don't know if anyone can actually like musicals like truly like love musicals unless you grew up with them. I think that's the only, they're so weird and bizarre and cheesy that you have to have that childhood thing in order to love them as adults.
Oh, I meant to ask you. I know you're like
Go ahead.
what?
Hmm?
I,
Go ahead. All right. How do you differ from your parents?
well, in terms of my dad, I'm alive.
You are, yeah.
No.
Me too. I'm different from my dad that way. Yeah. I also don't have dementia, and my mom does. So that's another.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm pretty different from them.
Very.
It's funny though, because Lisa, my sister, and I are both very like sentimental and like nostalgic about things. Like we'll, something like there's this mirror that we had in our dining room that was there our whole lives, like growing up.
Yeah.
And then it broke or something, and my dad was a few years ago was trying to throw it out. And my sister like ran after him, like took a picture of it to send to me. To be like, this mirror is going away, like the mirror, because it was such a meaningful thing, like my whole life, and like it had a very specific design around it, like it was like the mirror. And so Lisa and I are both like we'll make fun of ourselves for it, but we're both like that, like heavily, and neither of my parents are.
Should we have a sign off like skibbity dop dop? Here's Ash and Juliet. Or like not here's, but like
Skibbity bop, skibbity bop bop. Here's Ash and Juliet.
Yeah.
That's our sign off.
Skibbity dop dop.
Skibbity bop bop.
Skibbity.
We're done. Skibbity boop boop.
Skibbity dop dop. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Skibbity bop.